with Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen. Let's get right to it. Your expectations for the Cavs tonight?
I expect them to be a little bit more locked in, understanding, talking to a couple of them a couple minutes ago, understanding that it takes 48 minutes of discipline, dedicated basketball, especially defensively. You can't have the mental breakdowns against this high-powered Warrior team. I expect a better effort tonight.
Do you think they'll give it to you?
I believe that they will. This is a championship team led by greatness, so I fully expect them to put forth the proper effort. Now, this is a Warrior team that's looking to knock them out, so I don't expect the Warriors to lay down and think, okay, we'll take that business at home. It's going to be a battle.
To this day, they were up 3-0 last year and ended up losing to the Cavaliers in that Game 4. I think because that happened last year, it's hard to imagine it'll happen with this team 2 years in a row. What are your thoughts about that?
I wouldn't say because that happened, because there's a reason that it happened. When you look at Kyrie Irving and LeBron James, the way that they exploded in that first quarter, they put pressure on the Warriors last year. This year, I think the Warriors have an understanding that they are the better basketball team, and they've got to come out aggressive and understand that when they're at their best, they're in attack mode, and it's going to take a great effort to put away this Cavs team.
Who are you looking for from the Warriors to really step up tonight? We saw Kevin Durant put on the show in Game 3, dropped 43 and 13, but we saw Clay and Steph combine for 3 of 15 shooting from 3 and 21 points. I don't expect to see that in Game 4 tonight. What about you?
I'm in agreement with you, and the reason why is because when you look at the body of work of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, these are guys that they don't have back-to-back bad games. They don't have back-to-back poor efforts and where they're struggling from the field. So I expect them to be much better defensively, rebounding, and all those things. But these guys are all-time great shooters, so they're certainly not going to miss at the clip that they did in Game 3.
Mark Jackson, J.R. Smith started Game 3, hit 10 points in the first half. Rodney Hood, there was a sighting. He showed up, dropped 15 points for the game. Kevin Love made his contribution. LeBron James recorded a triple-double. With Clay and Steph struggling, they still lost to the Golden State Warriors. What on earth could they do tonight that they didn't do in Game 3?
Keep your foot on the gas pedal for 48 minutes. This is a team that, quite honestly, top to bottom, the Warriors are a better basketball team. You're not going to beat them putting together 38 minutes or 40 minutes or 46 minutes. It's got to be 48 minutes of disciplined, dedicated, effective, and efficient basketball in order to have a chance to beat them.
Anything differently that Tyronn Lue can do as coach of the Cavs?
To me, they've got to make sure that they tie together their ability to switch and their communications. In my opinion, there's too much switching. You're letting them off the hook. If you're LeBron James, I don't need Ty Lue to tell me I got Kevin Durant and no switching. Now, if a switch occurs because it's necessary, that's the way you defend.
But you're saying LeBron James should want that defensive assignment.
I don't know if he does or doesn't, but if I'm coaching him, I'm challenging him. And if I'm LeBron James, I'm challenging.
What about folks out there that have said Mark Jackson is 15th year in the league? He played all 82 games. He had more minutes than everybody else. He's 33 years of age. My goodness, is asking LeBron James for too much. What do we say to that?
I'm not asking Mark Jackson to do it. I'm asking greatness. So I'm challenging LeBron James and how great he is. I know he has it in him, and he's more than capable of doing it. Matter of fact, it's our only chance of winning. So if I really want to win, I'm putting the pressure on greatness, which is fine to do.
Who are you anticipating will inflict the most damage for the Golden State Warriors tonight?
I think Kevin Durant. He creates so many problems. All the switching ideally puts somebody that's too small, too fragile, too weak to defend him, and he's getting to his spots and knocking down shots. It's easy offense for him.
I'm asking this question of everybody tonight that shows up on this show. This could very well be LeBron James' last game in the Cleveland Cavaliers uniform. Free agency is approaching. Everybody's anticipating that he's going to make the decision, opt out, be a free agent, etc. What do you expect him to do this summer?
I think he's done a great job of keeping it tight to the vest, not letting anybody know. I wouldn't be surprised if he left. I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed here. It's tough to tell, but he's a guy that I think his family is going to play a huge part in his decision-making.
Family aside, because we know that's paramount. From a basketball perspective, is there any reason at all for him to stay in Cleveland?
He's familiar with it. He's familiar with the outstanding coach in Ty Lue. They have a lottery pick. So this is a team that can be back here next year and be better than they are right now. So I think that's enticing to a certain extent.
Mark Jackson, appreciate the great work, my man.
Likewise.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Look at Kevin Durant. He's coming into the arena. Look at him, sweatsuit. No dress code. No dress code. Doesn't have to wear suits like you and I, Mark. Doesn't have to do that, but he's Kevin Durant. That's why. Mark Jackson and Stephen A. Smith can't drop 43 and 13 in a pickup game, let alone a finals game. Up next, the one and only Mr. Big Shot himself, Chauncey Billups, joins me right here to break down Game 4 and let us know if the Cleveland